Kurt Myers, Volkswagen, Jazz. You got to love it, baby, as the Cowhide Globe hits home. So how excited are people for the NFL or the NBA draft lottery tonight?
I mean, certainly I think there's reason to be excited. If you're a Jazz fan, I'm not sure what exactly you're excited about as far as the lottery is concerned. I mean, your odds of getting number one overall are tiny. I mean, it's possible, but, you know.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Detroit, Houston, San Antonio would appear to be the ones. Yeah, I don't know about that. Would appear to be the ones in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Because I still maintain that when you look at, at some point, aren't the San Antonio Spurs actually going to try and compete to win a basketball game?
I would guess.
Right? Aren't they going to try and compete to win a game? Like, you would hope so. You would hope so. But if you're the Jazz, our sources at the Jazz have told us very clearly that their preference is to draft a college player. And the name that I keep hearing is Anthony Black.
Yeah.
And I think they hold Anthony Black, Cam Whitmore, and Grady Dick in very high regard.
Yes.
I think those three players are the ones. And here's the issue with Victor Wembamyama, and I know we've talked about this ad nauseum.
Yeah.
Victor Wembamyama is 9 feet tall. He's actually 7'5". But I think, and this is just me, when you look at the NBA draft lottery tonight, whoever wins that lottery is going to draft Victor Wembamyama.
Yep.
As they should. As they should. But if you're the Jazz and you win the NBA draft lottery tonight, you wind up getting the first pick in the draft. Should you draft Victor Wembamyama?
I have trouble with it, dude. You've already got Walker Kessler, got Lauri Markkanen. You've got your bigs. And I know Lauri's not a traditional center, but you've got size on this team. That's not what you need. You need athleticism on this team. You need guys who are, 6'7" to 6'9", 210 to 230, can shoot the ball a bit. Like, that's the kind of guy this Jazz team needs. I don't know, man. I've just always steered away from VW because of the injury concern. And furthermore, I think if you're in the Jazz organization, you can't absorb some, high draft pick that turns into an injury guy. It's just not going to work. I mean, we've seen that road before. So, I mean, if you're, let's say, as Teddy said, picking at 9, there's going to be a plethora of great talent at number 9 overall in this draft. There just is. And so that's why I say they're going to find a guy who can contribute right away, in my opinion. I think that this draft is that good. It's just going to be a matter of, hey, did you wind up in the point guard category? Or did we wind up in 3-4 combo guy that, you're going to figure out how to play with Lauri? What did you figure out? Because I would be shocked if the Jazz drafted a big in this draft, with the first pick that they receive.
I would. Thank you for hitting the like button today, you guys. We always try to get to 200 likes on the show. We've had about 2,000 views today. We're only at 135, so let's bang the like button. I think it's incredibly important. And again, this is just me. I think it is incredibly important that the Jazz hit a home run in this draft.
Yes.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. And I think when you look at Victor Wembamyama, I have no doubts that Victor's talent is immense. But I view it a little differently. And talking to sources around the NBA, I think people in this league are scared to come out and say he's a project.
Victor's the way.
Because people are trying to compare him to the prospect that LeBron James was. I got news for you, man. LeBron James was a far better prospect than Victor Wembamyama.
Yep.
A prototype. Victor Wembamyama is 7'5", and he has publicly stated repeatedly he does not want to play center. He does not want to be a back to the basket guy. What do you do? Okay, so in France, that's all well and good. Go guard your dudes, have a good time doing it. But when you're 7'5" in the NBA and you're long as the day and you've got these long arms and legs and you are not physically capable of banging, How are you going to guard a 3 or a 4?
Yeah.
And we've already seen in France 2s and 3s take him apart at the 3-point line with their handle. We've seen that. We've seen 5s just absolutely bully him off the ball in the post. Victor Wembamyama is not coming in and hitting a home run. He's a 29% 3-point shooter, and he's a guy in my mind that for the first 2-3 years in the league is going to be physically limited.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, he hasn't played college basketball.
Do you even live?
And it's important to differentiate between talent in France and talent in the NCAA and talent in the NBA, because France is AA, the NCAA is AAA,
Gonzaga.
and the NBA is the major leagues.
Yep.
And there's no way to get around that. You look at a guy like Chet Holmgren who broke a foot running shoulder to shoulder with LeBron James.
Yeah.
You look at a guy like Kawhi Leonard, tore cartilage in his knee on a shoulder bump multiple times.
Hey, close.
And has had to have multiple surgeries over that.
Yep.
It's hard to compete in this league when you're not physically gifted.
Look at Victor Oladipo, man.
Well, Victor Oladipo is a great example of a guy that continues to have quad and knee injuries.
Knee after knee, bro.
It's hard to compete in this league the way that Victor Wembamyama is built.
Yeah.
I think most people acknowledge that. I just think that people are too scared to say it out loud.
Yep.
And I understand that. And I even, to a certain extent, get why you don't want to criticize Victor Wembamyama in public. But I'm not an NBA executive. My job is to tell you the truth of what I think.
Yes.
And the truth of what we hear. And the truth of what I think and what I hear is that I think teams are scared to say publicly he's a project. Because he's supposedly this unicorn that nobody's ever seen before. And VW is going to come in and he is going to just dominate the league.
Victor's the way.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
And he may score 15 points a game. But what happens on the other end? And how many times are we going to talk about the fact that the Phoenix Suns couldn't defend? How many times are we going to talk about the fact that DeAndre Ayton, as a 5, who's built much better to be an NBA 5 than Victor Wembamyama, mentally could not compete? Physically could not compete.
Yes.
And Victor Wembamyama is a guy who we already know wants to dribble and handle and shake guys and shoot threes, which he doesn't do particularly well right now.
Yeah.
He's a project. You have to develop him. Now, is he going to be a G League guy? He's not. He's going to be on your NBA roster, I would guess. But I also am curious, are you going to, coming out of a full season in France, you're going to put this dude in the summer league?
That's tough, dude. That's really tough. I mean, I probably think it's more productive to put him in the weight room, put him in the training facility, start fortifying that body, because you got a couple of years of that. But I think that the other side of this too, if you're not a Victor guy, such as and like us on this show, I think you also have to understand that, hey, he can shoot. I mean, this kid can shoot. This kid does have a handle at his size. And I think the conversation isn't that the guy is never going to be productive or somehow is not going to be, a game in and game out contributor. But you got to remember, I mean, dude, he played a game today and he was 22-9. Like, 22 points, 9 boards. Neat. Like, that's not 40-20. Right?
Yeah,
That's
and I think that's an interesting point because he's not dominating. He's not. He's a good player that's got to grow and develop.
Yeah.
At 7'5", you're a bit of a baby giraffe at this point in your arc.
And I'm not even saying the guy sucks. I'm just saying, hey, the way you play in France is not going to be how you play in the league. You're going to have to play matchups. It's this quote I always bring up from LeBron, and I'm not a Bron guy, but I think what he said is spot on. Dude, if you want to play in the league, you got to play a role. Right? And that applies to Victor Wembamyama. That applies to LeBron. That applied to all the great scorers, all the bench guys. Like, everyone has a role on a 15-man NBA roster, because without roles, you don't have a team or a group. You have to know, if you're VW, hey, I know that the NBA is the most physical basketball league in the world, even though there's all this flopping and officiating and yada, yada, yada. It's still the most physical league in the world.
Yeah.
And so when you have his body and LeBron is coming down the paint at 240 pounds or whatever he is, you're in trouble, man.
Salty Drunk, I wish you guys would stop focusing on the possibility of injury and hate on him because of the media hype. Nobody is hating on Victor Wembamyama because of the media hype.
Yeah.
The issue is, if you look at the number one overall picks recently, Paolo Banchero is, I think he is an outlier. And I think when you look at a guy like Paolo Banchero, isn't Paolo Banchero the exact guy that you want? He's built to play in the NBA, right? Am I wrong about that?
No, I agree with you, dude. He's 250 pounds. He's what? He must be 6'10", 250. I mean, that's
6'10",
an ideal NBA body.
250 at the power forward.
Yeah, can shoot it a little bit.
Who was pick number 2?
Chet Holmgren, my guy.
Who is 7 foot 195 and a center. Not an ideal build for a center. 7 foot 195. What happened to him?
Hurt.
He got hurt running with a power forward.
And he didn't just, break his arm.
So let me get this right. The guy that is a prototypical physical build dominated, won the Rookie of the Year. The guy that is a freak build and has a freak set of skills got hurt and didn't play a single bounce this year. Okay.
So then we're supposed to look at another guy that has a freak build. I think we all agree on that. I don't think that's hating. I don't think that's controversial. I don't think that's out there. Dude's a freak physically. So the guy that's a freak physically, we're supposed to expect to come in and dominate.
And if you look at the guys who have gone number one overall, look how many injuries you've had. Cade Cunningham.
Yeah.
Missed most of this season.
Very productive until the injury, I might add, but he missed most of the season.
But then again, what about a guy like Scotty Barnes? Scotty Barnes, 6'8", 225, power forward, Rookie of the Year.
So 6'8", 225, Paolo Banchero 6'10", 250. Prototypical NBA body.
Victor Wembamyama, 7'5", 200 pounds. So now am I worried about injuries because I'm a hater, or am I worried about injuries because he's trying to play in a league where the guys he's going to have to guard, because he won't play center, he wants to be a power forward, a 3-4 combo guy. So I don't think we're being haters. This is, and Salty, I know you know this. This is a show where you get the unvarnished truth.
And he's, by the way, officially listed, Victor, at 7'5", 220. That's his official on paper list.
But I also go back and I look at the 2020 draft.
Yeah.
And I say to myself, well, what is James Wiseman? Because James Wiseman went number 2. The number 1 pick in that draft, Anthony Edwards. How did Anthony Edwards work out? Superstar. 6'3", 235, 2-3 combo guy, can play the point. Guy's a stud, right?
Yeah.
Absolute stud. Foundational piece. James Wiseman. Barely any time with Golden State. Detroit Piston now, you look at LaMelo Ball. Very interesting example. LaMelo Ball has been playing professional since he was, 13 years old. Guy can't stay healthy. And what was the issue with LaMelo Ball? Fine size, but the guy came in the league weighing 100 pounds.
Lonzo Ball,
again. You can't be a freak physically and then say to yourself, well, he'll be
You got to
fine.
have a foundation, man. You've got to be physically strong.
Zion Williamson.
Great
Number 1
example.
pick, 2019.
Total. Okay, so this I think is a perfect example of what we're talking about. So VW is 7'5", 220. Zion is quite literally the polar opposite, right? What do they have him listed at Zion for height? Isn't he 6'10"?
He is. Wow, what happened? Sorry, he's not 6'10". No way is Zion Williamson 6'10".
6'6".
6'6".
Okay, 6'6".
285 pounds, and most people think he's playing at 3 bills.
Okay, so this is my point. Same logic with Zion Williamson, Salty. Dude is first team fat ass, right? 300 pounds on a 6'6" frame is not going to work just the same way that 220 doesn't work on a 7'4" frame.
And that's all I'm saying.
Do you notice how the proportions are way out of whack with some of these guys? But with Banchero, hey, 6'10", 250 pounds. Perfect. By the way, Bron, you want to talk about something that Bron dealt with? When Bron was 270 pounds at one point and just shredded, physical freak, notice the back injury started to creep in. So what did Bron do? Cut weight. right? Now he's been able to stay healthy for the most part.
Kurt Myers, put Volkswagen in a chastity belt and put him on the court.
Okay.
Boom.
I have no idea what's going on with these comments today. There have been some. We've had women's hygiene product references on the show today. Now a chastity. Come on, man. Renee Roca says 7'5", effing nuts.
Yeah.
And if he was 7'5", 275, I'd be like, oh.
Okay, great. We're good to go. We're good to go.
No, he's like, he is, most people think he's 2 to 205. 7'5", 200 to 205 pounds.
Dude.
It's insanity. And the other thing you worry about, he has trouble keeping weight on.
Yes.
So even if the guy starts bench pressing, it's a Ram, not a Dodge, diesel pickup trucks. Is he going to be able to keep the muscle and the weight on?
Do you even lift?
You feed that guy fettuccine 5 times a day.
What do you bench?
Even add some chicken and extra parm. That dude going to be able to keep that weight on?
Where's the Italian?
That's what worries you. That's what worries you. Maury Alvarez is speaking Latin. Din Djarin the Mandalorian is the way, not Victor, what to be on your mama. What to be on your mama.
Victor's the way.
That's one of the better ones on Victor Wembamyama. Brent Burnett. What's up, Brent? Jazz have lots of cap and cash. Picks to shape the roster with a nice core. Jazz will get it right. Lottery luck won't matter. Jazz will get and make hey, I
agree.
I've never said this on the show before. I agree with Brent Burnett.
Is this the dagger?
Dude, are you okay?
I don't know. I feel
are
lightheaded
you
all of a
okay,
sudden.
dude?
I feel like that all of a sudden. Tanner Plummer says, careful, Maury. Monty might get on another rant about how much The Mandalorian sucks.
You're casual.
I don't think The Mandalorian sucks.
You're missing the point. See, you're missing the point, Tanner.
I've never seen it.
Dude, Tanner, I love you, bro, but you're missing the point on the Mandalorian thing.
I've never seen it.
Right? It's the purpose of life, not the circle of life, okay?
Hello.
Remember? Duh.
Salty Drunk. He's going to get heavy minutes going to a non-contender like Detroit or Houston. He will develop on the run. I think he will.
Yeah, but again, I don't disagree
But develop
with you on
into
that.
what? Let's project this forward. Victor Wembamyama 5 years from now.
Is he ever as good as Dirk was?
Wait. Still in the NBA in 5 years, yes or no?
Yes, absolutely.
Still in the NBA.
Yes.
Starting on the team that drafts him.
No. New team.
He'll be in the NBA in 5 years on a different team.
Starting.
Will he have been an all-star in the first 5 years?
No.
I think he will, only because every rookie gets a shot at the all-star game. And I think there's a freak factor. I think they'll put him in the all-star game as a rookie.
Well, he'll for sure be in the Rising Stars game or whatever it's called now.
Will he be a bona fide all-star? Will he be a starting 5 in the NBA all-star game?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't buy it, dude. I need to see the guys stay healthy. And I know I keep leaning on that, but if he only plays 10 games and goes the Cade Cunningham route, what good is it,
The Cade Cunningham route.
You know what I mean?
Where is the right place for Victor Wembamyama and who your mama's on?
Not Houston. I'll tell you that right now. Detroit.
So you don't think Ime Udoka cleans house?
Oh, I think he will. Yeah, I think he's gonna. Yeah, I think you got to. They have one. It's like we talked about. You have a roster in Houston that's just full of guys who are young and not professional and don't know the way. And so you need to get rid of some of those guys and keep some of those guys and reshape the roster. So yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna clean house a little bit. But again, you got to get him to the right place. I mean, if you're playing him in an organization that treats him like Joel, he's in a good place. If you're playing him in an organization that treats him the way they treated Rudy, let's say, you're not in a good place if you're VW.
No.
And VW likes him some VW. So you know that he's going to want to be the face of your team. But that's not going to work if you're on a team with Paolo Banchero, let's say, just as an out there example, right? Like, if the situations matter.
I think I would like to see him go to San Antonio. I think San Antonio is the right place for him, but I don't know what you do with that. I don't. Nate B, KM, you are way behind. Hit the live button. Okay. Who goes number one? Well, Victor Wembamyama goes number one.
Yeah.
Brent Burnett, Hendricks and Cam and Jarris are built NBA ready.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. I still think Ammon Thompson has a chance to be the best player in this draft. Crazily enough, I think Ammon Thompson has a chance. I think Victor Wembamyama has a chance. Jaron Eccles. Whoever picks Victor is going to have a Zion Williamson who never plays because he's injured. Sure, he's amazing, but he never plays. That's my biggest concern for Victor. If he stays healthy, the guy's got a shot. But if you can't stay on the floor,
what good are you?
Does he really have a shot? VW kind of reminds me of Jabari Parker. I don't know why. I don't know why either. But you think about the upsides, and you say to yourself, dude, you know what? Victor Wembamyama, you know what he reminds me of? Barbecue Pit Stop. But the difference is Barbecue Pit Stop's reality. Victor Wembanyama's all hype. You go to Barbecue Pit Stop, you get the best barbecue equipment in the business. Right? You know that. It's Traeger, Yoder, Big Green Egg, Camp Chef, done. You think Barbecue Pit Stop, you hear that name, best barbecue equipment. When you say to yourself, where am I going to get my smoker? Barbecue Pit Stop. But I live in Texas. bbqpitstop.com. No matter where you are, Barbecue Pit Stop's got the hookup. bbqpitstop.com. If you're in the great state of Utah, make sure that you're in Logan, Layton, Lehigh, Payson, grand opening in St. George, and, of course, our good friends in Murray on State Street across from the mall. And they're just great dudes. We talk a lot about small business owners and entrepreneurs. The guys at Barbecue Pit Stop, there's none better than they are. Because they've worked really hard to cut their path in the barbecue industry, and now they're simply the best at it. It doesn't matter what you're looking for. Are you looking for rubs, sauces, spices, seasonings? Barbecue Pit Stop, bbqpitstop.com. Are you looking for advice? You need help. I don't know how to do this. How long should I? How high should I? How low should I? What should I? bbqpitstop.com. They have a great chat feature where you can chat with their people live online. Hey, do I need to wrap my brisket? What's low and slow? What is a really good low and slow temperature for a couple of 5-6 rack of ribs? Hey, how long and at what temperature do I need to smoke my wings at? bbqpitstop.com. And they're good people. Look at their Instagram, BBQ Pit Stop Utah. Look at their YouTube channel, Barbecue Pit Stop Utah on YouTube. Great how-to videos, great teaching videos. Get online, find them, comment on their stuff. Tell them, hey, I heard about you on the Monty Show. Thanks for doing what you do.
Yes.
Appreciate you guys doing that. Barbecue Pit Stop, the best in the business, bbqpitstop.com. About an hour and 10 minutes away from the NBA draft lottery. And I think one of the things you're looking at with this thing tonight certainly is this, is it turnstile now of NBA coaches getting whacked?
Yeah, I think a little bit, yeah.
I think this is a huge storyline tonight. Doc Rivers fired by the Philadelphia 76ers. Jake, good move or bad move?
Yeah, I think it's a good move. I think that I think unfortunately for Doc, the 10 game 7 losses is a rough look. I think unfortunately you got blown out. Like, it wasn't close. And this is what I maintain this point about sports, whether it's the Suns and Monty Williams or the Sixers and Doc Rivers. Dude, you got blown the hell out and gave up a 50-piece nugget to Jason Tatum. I mean, that's a bad look. And I really struggle because I feel like, hey, Philly is this team that, had an opportunity, has a nice little rosters, got a nice little mix, but Tobias Harris holds them back. And I think everyone agrees on that. And when you've got guys like Jimmy Butler trying to make a point about Tobias Harris, that kind of tells you everything you need to know. So for me, yeah, I think it was a good move. And I especially think it was a good move because you did it after Budenholzer got let go. You did it after Monty Williams got let go. So now there are a bunch of candidates out there. So to me, they can go and try and interview assistants in the Suns organization or this organization or that organization. But to me, if James Harden is staying, Mike D'Antoni's the guy. He just is. If you're going to try to bring in a guy to make James Harden go and make this thing go the best it can, why would you not bring in James Harden? Because or why would you not bring in Mike D'Antoni? Because you have James. And you just lost by 30 in Game 7. Like,
But I also think you have a Budenholzer. I mean, there's quality. Monty Williams is a really good coach. Now, Monty Williams hasn't won. And there's a lot of people I was listening to, I want to say ESPN this morning, who said, if you're going to bring in Monty Williams, why'd you fire Doc Rivers? Doc's been a more successful coach. Monty's gotten to the NBA Finals, though. Right? Now, it's in a small scope. And before Phoenix, with great talent, was Monty Williams a proven winner? No, he wasn't. But you look at Budenholzer, he's had tremendous success now. He's an NBA champion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the question becomes, like, who do you rely on? Who is it that you want to see when you talk about being the Philadelphia 76ers with Harden and Joe? You know, like, I don't know that there is an ideal fit for that system. Now, I also think, you know, a guy like Mike Budenholzer, I think I love the guy's resume. But if you're looking at D'Antoni, are you not looking at Sam Cassell? I mean, that to me makes a hell of a lot of sense, Sam Cassell.
Why does Sam Cassell make sense?
Because he's a veteran assistant now, played at a very high level in this league, and I think players respect him. And I think when you look at that roster, they need somebody that's going to kick their ass. I think part of the problem in Philly is that James Harden, if you didn't hear the story today, James Harden allegedly was going behind Doc Rivers saying, if he's still here, I'm not coming back. And so today they fired him because I think Philadelphia knows they need James Harden. As bad as he was in Game 7 in Boston,
yeah,
I think they know they need him.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? But
absolutely.
if you hire Sam Cassell, is it a risk? Sure, it's a risk. But if you hire Mike D'Antoni, are you telling me that, like, I like Mike D, but has he won?
No, I think I can't remember if he got. Did they get to the Western Conference Finals?
They did in Phoenix, but they were never.
In Houston. In Houston against the Dubs.
In Houston, they did get to the finals,
I
too.
think it was the finals.
But he
against the
had
Warriors.
prolific talent everywhere, and they've never closed.
Yeah.
They've never closed.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing, though. I think if you're going to keep this roster mostly intact, D'Antoni's the guy you should go with. I think if you're going to keep James and Joel and you're going to move a bunch of guys and sort of reshape it and kind of build it into
your core is Joe, James, and Maxey. Right?
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey's a must.
Yes.
Right? Those three guys, I think, are your core. That can contend for the top of the Eastern Conference every year.
Yeah.
But you can't have Tobias Harris and PJ Tuckers and these role players who are now playing vital roles and vital parts to win a championship. I just don't think you can do that. I think that's the struggle if you're in Philadelphia and you start looking at some of these open jobs. What's the best job available in the NBA? Is Phoenix a better job than Philly?
Yeah, I don't know about. I'm not sure because I think the new owner thing goes both ways. Great to have a new owner who's, you know, looking to burn a hole in his pocket, but at the same time he's a new owner and doesn't know how to basketball, which I think is why Monty Williams doesn't have a job.
I think, look, the Monty Williams thing I actually understand. The DeAndre Ayton thing was crippling to this team. And Monty Williams is a big part of why DeAndre Ayton's a scrub. They hated each other. Now, is DeAndre Ayton ever the best center in the NBA? Not close. Mm-hmm. The guy can't catch the ball, and he's a head case.
Yeah.
And by the way, he's terrible on defense.
Yeah.
But did Monty Williams do everything he needed to do to ingratiate DeAndre Ayton into his good graces?
I think initially he did, not after they had the fights and stuff.
But he quit on
Dallas.
I think once he quit on the team, DeAndre, Monty Williams was done with him. And they brought him back anyways. They matched an offer sheet. And by some reports, he didn't want him to match the offer sheet.
And that's what I was going to say. That's why I don't think it's on Monty Williams, because I don't think they should have matched the offer sheet.
I think if you're Phoenix, I think that Sam Cassell's a candidate in Phoenix for sure. I think Frank Vogel's a really good candidate for Phoenix because you need a guy that's got veteran leadership there because you're going to have to replace Chris Paul. You're going to have to trade DeAndre Ayton.
Well, and this whole cryptic Booker tweet, too, everyone's freaking out about.
Wasn't really cryptic, though.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, cryptic equals we're all, making assumptions and, speculating, right? Like saying that, hey, 36 is unbothered. Like, I get it, dude. I understand. You guys aren't that bothered, and I wouldn't be that bothered either. But, I think that, at some point, the DeAndre Ayton thing has to be put to bed. Chris Paul's got to be put to bed. Like, you got to move on from this team.
But what does 36 unbothered mean?
It means that Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are good. and that they're not going anywhere.
You think that's what that means?
I feel very confident that that's what that means. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I don't know. I think Devin Booker is committed to Phoenix until he's not. And I think Kevin Durant can't go anywhere until he wins a championship for Phoenix or doesn't and retires.
Yeah.
I don't know what this shit means. Like 36 unbothered. I mean, can we please stop talking in like code?
What do you want him to say? Hey, DeAndre Ayton needs to get his ass out of here?
I don't know. Maybe don't say anything.
Yeah, that's not the culture, though.
Right, but
these guys all want to do that stuff. I mean, look at what Quentin Williams is doing, right? Quentin Williams is out here on Twitter, retweeting, other defensive linemen's deals, about how they got 90 and they got 60 guaranteed, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm a defensive tackle 4 and a bunch of dots.
Jake,
that's what they do.
Jake, there's controversy in the chat.
Oh Jesus.
Jeremy Callahan says, BS, you said you agreed with Brent Burnett the other day.
About what?
Brent Burnett says, I'm not okay. That's a first. We agree. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I've never.
I don't know what you're smoking or what,
And then Lopes fan Gabe. Hold on, Tanner Plummer missing the point. That never happens.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know quite. I don't quite know how to answer that, to be honest.
Tanner's gone off the reservation. I don't know why, but Bryce Martin still in the league, new team, and probably a role player.
Yeah,
in 5 years. Okay. Jeremy Callahan, injury-plagued journeyman. Victor Wembamyama in 5 years. Boyd Lake, is he another Manute Bull? If he is, he's going to be a wonderful player. No doubt about it. Tanner Plummer, by the way, another example of famous Monty double standards. Here we go. Tanner goes through these cycles.
Tanner's in the thing, yeah.
And, my sister-in-law loves using the phrase, it's just a season of his life.
Hey, it's a season. It's a season, dude.
So apparently Tanner's in fuck you, Monty season.
South Person, Tennessee.
I believe that's what the season of Tanner's.
Yeah, doesn't want to go to RSL games, doesn't.
Now wants to call us out in the chat, says, by the way, another example of famous Monty double standard. Maury mentions The Mandalorian and he gets praised. I mention The Mandalorian and I'm a leper. Like a leper. Typical. How did I praise?
Yeah, how did we praise Maury?
Tanner,
dude?
you understand that I've never seen The Mandalorian.
Literally ever. Not one time.
I know Baby Yoda because I have a Baby Yoda doll. I made money on them selling them on Amazon.
And because the Baby Yoda GIF is an all-time GIF. That's it. That's it, dude.
How about that?
Somebody, Tanner, at some point, and I don't know if it's your wife or if it's somebody that's going to shake you and make you realize it's just the showroom. There's no double standards.
Program.
There's no, I'm taking it personal when, guys, I'm really upset that Monty hates me because of The Mandalorian. So I'm not going to the RSL match on personal terms. Okay. Listen, get up. It's all good. Wembamyama, dude. It's all good here.
Victor's the way.
Tanner's the way.
Victor's the way.
Riley O'Brien, this is a little bit random, but I thought Dante Exum was going to be a superstar.
Okay,
oh, my God.
Riley, dude, we have a problem now.
Do you remember?
I liked you until that comment, dude. You thought he was going to be a superstar when all he did was not play basketball at any high level. What a joke.
Dude, that was, and I think I've told this story on this show.
Oh, my God, what a joke, dude.
The night that I'm pretty sure that let's see, was that 2015? What 2015 that they drafted Trey Lyles instead of Devin Booker, right?
Yeah.
So,
dude, wait.
Yeah.
You just said they drafted Trey Lyles instead of Devin Booker.
Yeah.
You're out of your freaking mind.
Cow turd.
Hey, cow turd.
And then in 2014, Kyle Gunther and I are doing a radio show in downtown Salt Lake City. live during the NBA draft. And the Jazz draft Dante Exum instead of Julius Randle.
Oh.
And I want to say the other guy that we had talked about was, I want to say, Zach LaVine. Those were the two guys. And Kyle Gunther was like, you're an idiot, like on the air losing his shit, telling me I'm dumb. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, well, the guy's never been to college. He withdrew from high school. He went to an academy. Like, he's never really been tested. And everybody's just looking at how long his wingspan is. Oh, you're an idiot. Like, just Kyle Gunther losing his mind. I never thought Dante Exum was going to be good.
No.
Then in 2015, I will never forget, in 2015, doing the draft show with Kyle Gunther. And the Jazz are up. And we're like, yeah, baby! Devin Booker! And I'm pretty certain that Gunther was, again, calling me stupid and you know what you're talking about. And they walk up there. And I was so pissed that they did not draft Devin Booker. He goes the pick right after. And they took Trey Lyles.
Dude.
And I will never forget saying, Trey Lyles will forever be a bust.
What you want me to say to them?
Bust. And I took so much crap for that. And Devin Booker's turned into one of the best forwards. And you know the guy when you see him.
Mm-hmm.
And Trey Lyles was never the guy.
Nah.
Devin Booker was clearly, of the three guys, because remember, it was Cat, it was Lyles, and it was Booker. Cat and Book were the guys, right? Like, it was that
Kentucky.
class, like the three of them together, and oh my God.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
You just knew. You just knew. Monty Rand says Tanner is famous on the show. He
Facts.
is. He doesn't embrace it, though. He does not embrace it in any way, shape, or form. He does not. And he never will. Bryce Martin says the Spurs desperately need a centerpiece to rebuild around. They do.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, they're the ones that need it. Alan Train, Victor's a bust. Salty Drunk says the comments are like sheep. They are. Okay. Alan Train says Scoot Henderson to Houston. Ooh. Boyd Lake, gimme the Central Texas salt and pepper on mustard rub. Would be amazing. Would be amazing. Alan Train says Jalen Green for Quentin Grimes.
Why do we keep doing this?
Yeah, that's 2 days in a row. Tanner Plummer, why do NBA coaches have short shelf lives? Because they don't watch The Mandalorian. I mean, I can only think that that's it. Because if they had a lightsaber on their hip, well, they have short shelf lives because all coaches are hired to be fired. You don't fire players, you fire coaches.
Facts.
That's the reality of the gig, right? Let's see. Dan says, when are the Sonics coming back to Seattle?
Not soon enough.
I think, didn't they announce that was never fucking happening? The
Sometimes, okay,
you know,
maybe.
I'm telling you that Seattle deserves a basketball team.
Yes.
There is no doubt about that, but it will never be.
No.
And you look at what the Kraken have done. You look at the way that cities supported the Kraken, the way that they've supported the Sounders. Like, I think that team is desperate for that city is desperate for an NBA team. Salty Drunk, someone that looks exactly like you, Jake, said Boston was done, right, dude? Ahem. Jake?
Oh, sorry. Are we back to having a normal conversation? Or
Salty wants to slap you around over your Sixer pick. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's convenient. It's convenient. Jason Tatum had a big game in Game 7. That doesn't mean that I wouldn't make that pick again. I'd make it 7 days a week and twice on Sunday.
You get salty over that. No pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
No pun intended, right? This hour of the show presented by our good friends at Papa Murphy's Pizza. Boy, do we have a deal for you starting tomorrow. Buy one, get one free, larger family-size pizza, May 17th through 20th. Use the code GETBOGO. Buy one, get one free. GetBOGO, B-O-G-O, GetBOGO. In the Papa Murphy's mobile app, just order your pizzas up. Use the promo code GETBOGO, and you get the hookup. It is a tremendous coupon. They very rarely do it, and it means that you can get a family-sized Taco Grande pizza.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and I make fresh, delicious Papa Murphy's pizza.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I make the Papa Murphy's pizza.
Sure, that's take and bake. We built it with the freshest ingredients. You bake it fresh in your oven.
By you mean me, so technically, I make the pizza.
Super good pizza, Kylie.
Oh, Kylie, so good. Right now, enjoy big-time taco flavors on a pizza with the limited-time Taco Grande. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
I understand it. Like, you're ugly, you're unintelligent, nobody likes you. Oh, hi. Use the promo code GETBOGO to get a larger family-sized pizza.
Are we clear on that?
Just counseling Jake during the commercial. Use promo code GETBOGO to get a buy one.
My butt.
To get a buy one, get one larger family size. I was kidding. We were joking.
Boom. Out of here.
At Papa Murphy's, buy one, get one free. Get BOGO is your coupon starting tomorrow. So we're just 50 minutes away from the NBA draft lottery. Real quick, Monty makes. Here's how I would bet the game.
I don't know. I don't know if. I don't quite know how to answer that, to be honest.
We got to do the Aaron Judge story in a minute. Monty makes you money, as always. We give you the pick to click tonight. The Los Angeles Lakers. They're at the Nuggets of Denver in Denver. -6, 222.5 is the number. That game's at 6:30 on ESPN. So the Lakers are going to sweep and go to the NBA Finals. Jake, your thoughts?
Boom. Out of here. Done.
I think this matchup, I know it's crazy, and everybody's going to tell you, you're stupid, Bonnie. Not only
Filling in for somebody.
you're fat, just like the guy said yesterday,
Boom. Out of here.
and you don't know NBA. I think the Lakers are going to win this series. And I think that tonight, this is going to be a very close game. The problem is I think the Lakers are far more ready to fight than Denver is. Because Denver's had a pretty easy cruise through the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers have not. And I think LeBron is playing out of his mind. I think D'Angelo Russell's a really important player on this team. I think we are watching the birth of a superstar in Austin Reeves, who is going to get paid, an unsightly amount of cash. I'd like the Lakers to win cover, and this goes over tonight.
Yeah. They're definitely capable of it. I just don't believe in Anthony Davis against Jokic. That's the problem. I don't know. Whoops. I don't know if
Anthony's not fat.
No, he's just on the bench constantly. I don't know if he can hold up. Honestly, Jokic is physical.
But you think Jokic is physical?
Yeah, I think he's physical. Yeah.
I think Denver has no shot blocking. I think Denver has no way to protect the rim. And I think the Lakers are going to attack the rack. And I think guys like Anthony Davis, I think LeBron very clearly, I think D'Lo has shown an amazing ability to get to the rim. I think that's going to be the deciding factor. What is it that the Denver Nuggets are going to do to defend the basket?
Yeah.
And I don't know
That's a great point. I don't even disagree with you that they don't have a lot of rim protection. Yeah, it's a great point. I don't know. I struggle with Lakers in Denver winning game 1. I struggle with that. I think it'll be a close game, but I'm going to go the safe pick. I'm taking the Nuggets.
So you're going to slander the Lakers.
I'm not slandering them. I'm just saying it's game 1 in Denver. The Nuggets should win this game.
Well, you shouldn't be a virgin at this point in your life. You are. And that's why the Lakers are going to win.
Okay, there you go.
I take the Lakers -6. What about over under 222.5?
Oh, I think it's probably an over. I think the Lakers are pretty good at scoring.
Okay.
And Denver's efficient at scoring too. But again, Denver's one of these teams that gets a little 3 happy too. You know, they tend to kind of fall into that rut. And so if they're missing a lot of those, just like any other team, they're not going to win.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. We'll have to see. Jet Wayman, the wagering king of Utah. Take the Nuggets tonight. Aaron Judge is a beast. We're going to talk about that in a second. I will see. Brandon Butler says, not all men are dumb. Some are bachelors. Well, and there's truth in that. Jeremy Callahan, because sometimes it's moving away.
I don't understand.
Okay. I mean, sure. Tanner Plummer, Nuggets are winning it all this year. What do you want to bet? Gary says Lakers are winning, taking the unders. Okay. Truck Stop Gumby says fat. Thank you. I appreciate you noticing. Salty Drunk, don't take it personal, Tanner Plummer. These guys genuinely respect you. Tanner will never believe that. Christopher Shannon, Austin Reeves went to Oklahoma. Brandon Butler, you're in a shitty mood today. Are you going to snap out of this or what?
I'm looking at Tanner's comment right below. I'm not the one in a shitty mood.
AD
mood.
was the worst possible draw for the Joker. Joker will have to work. I agree.
Okay, I agree with that. That's a good take.
Tanner Plumore. No comment at Monty Rant because if I say one word, I will get dumped on. I will get dumped on. But hey, if you want to talk about that, you'll get praised. I don't understand.
Tanner, what's the deal, bro?
Like, what are you doing?
I need you to let it out. Like, I need you to jump in the comments section.
Wait, I need you to let it out. Was that a fart reference? Tanner, I truly, we've been through this before. When you took your hiatus from the show, when we were joking with you on winning the Xbox and you got all pissed about that. Like, dude.
Ain't ducking, no smoke.
You just need to figure it out.
Understand
your role on the show.
Know your role, dude. Know your role.
Nobody
know your role
you.
and shut your mouth.
There's no double standard. Nobody's going to take a dump on you. Like, you say this stuff.
These people going to heaven.
Jet Wayman, Monty, you're stupid. Not happening, Monty. Nuggets winning tonight and this series.
Better send those refunds.
You want to bet some super chicks on it, Jet?
Yeah.
I'm not really eating that right now, but you want to bet you want to bet a ribeye steak on it? I'll buy you a ribeye. I'll go to Don's Meats on Redwood Road. I will buy you a ribeye steak.
Nice one at that.
You want to bet on that? Ain't ducking, no smoke. Let's see. Tanner says their double standards say otherwise. Salty Drunk.
What double standards, dude?
Are you serious?
Double standards, bro.
Oh my God! Stop being a victim.
Like, genuinely.
Seriously, Jeremy Callahan. Jokic is massively physical and in a way that AD does not like.
But the question is, and I think it was Brandon Butler said, Jokic is going to have to work on the defensive end this series, which he did not have to do against Golden State.
Okay. Brent Burnett, Joker, so good that he'll get fouled, but can't call them all without other teams getting fouled out. Well, Tanner says, yep, this is what I expected. I give out feedback and I'm a villain. Anyone else gives out feedback, they're seen as a cool person.
Okay, so it's the world against you, Tanner. We get it. Much like the Mandalorian.
God damn. Salty Drunk, I think it's time we have a Tanner break. Well, maybe we just,
I don't know, man.
It's been a good run, Tanner. Jokic will wear him down. AD will fold.
I don't know, dude.
Should Jazz go for AR?
Okay, you mean Austin Reeves?
Are we really calling this guy AR?
How dare you?
Are we really calling Austin Reeves AR?
Well, they're not going after Anthony Richardson.
Jake, he plays football.
My bad. My bad. Thanks.
The
Waves in opposition.
Oklahoma University.
Right.
I'm not asking for a break, Tanner says. I'm asking for an end to the double standard.
What double standard? What double? Help me. Help me. Help me. Like,
Tanner says more lies. I never took a
What? Like, what double standard, bro?
Truck Stop Gumby, better Ruth's Chris New York Strip. Stop. Stop.
No, dude. Mastro's Ocean Club. Come on.
I am Tanner's biggest antagonizer, but even I recognize you need to give Tanner a break. Tanner, you're the best. I think I say every day that, like, I genuinely like Tanner.
Okay, starting today, how about this? I got a challenge for just us. We're going to start a counting of days. How many days in a row can we go without doing the Tanner voice or slandering Tanner in any way, shape, or form? Do you think we can make it a month?
But the Tanner voice is so fun. How can we not do the Tanner voice? He's got his own voice on the show,
yeah, but apparently,
and it's not enough.
But apparently that's disrespect. That's disrespect, apparently.
Come on.
Apparently.
Come on.
You know.
And now Tanner's doing shit like this. Guys, I've asked multiple times, what is my role?
Bro, dude, your role is to be you. Your role is not to cop out of the RSL game, because I know for a fact you're only not going to the RSL game because you want to prove a point and you want to say, oh, well, it's for personal reasons. My ass, dude. If someone said, hey, RSL tickets, Zag Club, you'd be there in a second. And I don't care what the wife is doing.
Somebody reached out to us today
dude.
and was like, hey, I've got 4 tickets for tomorrow night. I was like, oh, we ought to.
4 tickets. 5 tickets. 5. Not 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. 5.
Somebody reached out to us said, hey, I can't use my RSL tickets. Do you guys know somebody who would like to go?
Yeah.
First thing I said, hey,
yeah,
why don't we ask Tanner if he wants to go to the game
This
tomorrow?
place is empty. Empty. The opposite of full.
Well, we don't like you, and we just shit on you all the time.
Right.
Dude.
Come on, bro.
Health catches up to the Lakers in this series. P.S. Pull the lightsaber out of your soaker.
Wow. See, we don't say things like that, Tanner.
What's up, Mapes?
Love you, Mapes. But we don't say things like that.
Jeremy Callahan says, let it out.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Just go in. Let it out. It's a family showroom, dude.
Gary says, we aren't giving up on giving up Austin Powers. Fuck out of here. Reeves is going to get overpaid. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yes,
dude,
he is.
But, hey, is the Reeves situation not Jordan Clarkson 2.0? Is it not the same thing?
Kind of is. Except Reeves is far younger, but the money situation is. Travis Bird, you guys should have a Tanner Appreciation Day. Maybe we need to. Kurt Myers, help Jake, help you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Help me, help you.
Yeah. Monty Rand, I think Monty, Jake, and Tanner need to see a therapist and work this out.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
It's probably different than what you're thinking, though.
By the way, Dennis Schroeder starting in Game 1 against the Nuggets tonight, according to league sources. Schroeder's been actually pretty good for them. By the way, Jet Wayman agreed to the bet. All right, I'll bet you a fresh ribeye steak.
And what's the bet, though? That the Nuggets...
straight up, Nuggets or Lakers win the series.
Okay, cool.
The Homeless Encampment Conference is merging with the Big Ten, the Big West. Okay. Giggity. The show isn't a good show without the Tanner voice.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, it's iconic, bro. It is iconic.
It's the Tanner show.
We're not shitting on you, dude. We're celebrating you. Yet you don't see it that way. And I'm kind of over it, bro. I offered you free tickets. I got you into the birthday bash. Like, I did all that. Like, we do all this stuff, bro, to take care of you. And what do we get?
Tanner says, I will take your spot. Or Brady says, Tanner, I'll take your spot.
Brady Cook, DM me.
Yeah, Tanner doesn't, hey, listen.
If you don't want to go.
And Tanner, here's the God's honest truth.
Yeah,
if
dude.
you feel attacked or you are uncomfortable or we're bullying you or whatever this is, hey, man, you have my apologies and I wish you well. I'm not telling you you're not welcome here, but if you feel like this is a hostile environment for you and you don't want to be here, hey, dude, I totally understand it. This show is not cut for everybody. We love you, dude, and you're welcome here anytime, but,
Some shit happened.
Jet says it's a bet, Mr. Monty. Denver in 7.
You think it goes 7, Jet?
Lakers in 4.
No.
Lakers in 3. Quarters. Done. Monty Rant, Tanner, if you want to trade account names, we can. Salty Drunk. Jake, can you DM me a postal address? Are you sending your beer?
No, you are not. Are you? Dude, so wait, let me get this right. not only are you about to win a fresh ribeye steak from our boy Jet, now Salty is going to mail us a keg of 4X Gold. Dude,
Let's go.
What? This show
As
is incredible.
the tide
dude.
turns. Let's go. Lee Jensen, this is the dark soaker side.
Yeah, I've been immunized.
Yes, it is. Jeremy Callahan, Tanner equals playing you like a fiddle. He really is. Big Dog O-Town, I'd be satisfied with one comment read a week. Tanner gets at least 10 in 2 minutes. That's true.
Filling in for somebody.
Is the 4X Gold finally going into the mail, Salty Drunk? Let's go!
Let's go!
Tanner Plummer. So if I showed you evidence on tape, stop. I don't give a shit about evidence on tape. It's Tanner. I don't care. The thing that you don't understand, like your perceived double standard, you have to. Why can't you understand you're a character on the show? Why can't you understand you are part of the show? You're like on the show every day. The Mandalorian, I don't give 2 squirts of a cow's teat about The Mandalorian. I don't watch it. I never have. I grew up loving Star Wars. I don't watch The Mandalorian. I play golf now.
Yeah,
I was at the flipping driving range till 9:30 last night. I don't have time to stroke Baby Yoda's tail. Like, I don't got time for that. It's fun. We're laughing. We're having a good time so that people aren't thinking about their electric bill or their credit card bill or their dad's health or. It's a show. It's an alternate reality. Just relax. Nate Davis, I don't know why Tanner is being like that. He's a legend on the show.
What I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying.
801 West Valley, this is a safe space. Yes, it is. Kurt, where the hell is the Soaker merch? I'm saying. Jet Wayman, bro, I need some of that beer, James.
Yeah,
Yes, you
baby.
do. I'm telling you, 4X Gold is the stuff of legend.
It's easily the best beer I've ever had in my life, and I'm not exaggerating.
It's amazing.
Yeah, better than anything you get in the States.
Truck Stop Gumby says the Monty Lorian. That's who Tanner is.
See, the Monty Lorian.
That's who Tanner is. Lee Jensen, no hate. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Jeremy Callahan, hashtag Monty hates Mandalorian, hashtag beating Baby Yoda, hashtag double standard.